All right, okay. Oh, man. Hey, I got it. This is the first time I've realised it's on the wall visibly. I actually am not a massive fan of this film over here, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, but I attended a screening of it where I got a free poster for attending. So that's why it's up. I don't have that many. I have one over there that I'm slightly more fond of, I suppose, which is One Fine Morning with Léa Seydoux. Anyway, that's by the by. We're not doing that today. We are having a look at Tierra Whack, which I found out today is actually her real name. I thought, for such an offbeat hip-hop artist who doesn't want to be pigeonholed as hip-hop, but nonetheless essentially is. Oh, let's put that back over there. It might make sense to create a unique name such as Tierra Whack, which doesn't. It sort of has the cadence of a hip hop name, but it obviously is not Lil something or a YBN something or any of those things. It feels like just a uniquely made name, but it's actually the real name of Tierra Whack, and with the amusing middle name of Helena, which is a real actual name, unlike Whack, which I've never heard of as a surname, and Tierra, which sort of is like Sierra, I suppose. Tierra, of course, a Spanish word to refer to an island, I think. It's a strange name, and it's a strange person. And obviously Whack World came out a few years ago, actually nearly 10 years ago now. And Whack World was very important, I guess. I don't know. Whack World was definitely very unique and made up of 15 tracks, all of which are a minute long. And that's a great, cool idea. It's a fun listen. It's very easy to put on. And then Worldwide Whack eventually comes out in 2024 after a few EPs that I was not massively fond of. I did like Worldwide Whack quite a lot, especially I Sound Great when I'm singing in the shower. I like that one a lot, and I like quite a lot of the album, but anyway, it wasn't that well received. This one remains to be seen, but it's only a mixtape. Wax Museum, you see, it's a bit of a pun. It's got a few, to my ears, pretty good tracks on, but I'm not massively fussed about it, and I was struggling to find one that would be actually really worth going through. Earwax has some very fun flows on. I thought about transcribing those, but I don't actually have the time or really the patience to do that today. So we're going to have a look at Whack Job, which I think is pretty fun. It's got some fun things going on. Let's have a listen.
They said I should rap more. Yeah. What more can I ask for? Yeah.
Okay, so far so expected. It doesn't really sound very unique, does it? We've got this sudden at the beginning. That's fine. That's just like a, exciting thing to get you out of your comfort zone right at the beginning of the song. We've got these pretty straightforward chords. Sorry, I've left my guitar over here. No, it's not quite that, is it? I think it's that. I might have those last two the wrong way around, but either way we've got this F sharp chord and this C sharp chord. Number 4 and number 1 in the C sharp major key. A little bit extended. They're major 7 chords. They have this sultry sort of sun relaxing kind of feel. those notes, adding a slight bit of dissonance to the chord, but it feels very relaxing in a way that dissonance often doesn't. Dissonance feels quite aggressive a lot of the time. But overall, that's not particularly interesting. The melody is just doing pentatonic notes. It's kind of in 2 octaves, I think, 2 different instruments, some tinkly thing up at the top, which is slightly odd. And then, yeah, we've just had some sort of introductory paragraphs. They say I should rap. They say this is why I don't rap. They say I should rap more, etc. You know, just building up to whatever this is going to be, presumably some more rapping. Let's hear it.
They call me whack, luckily it's my government. One of a kind, your label been trying to double it. I'm the catch the snowfall as a shovel it. Snubbled the run of money, then suddenly fell in love with it.
So there's an element of this flow which is avoiding like important beats. That's not fundamentally the case, but it is something with the starts of phrases. They can come like if we're going 3, 4, 1, it'll be slightly off that 1, generally not arriving straight on the beat. That's not true though of the sort of rhyme part of the phrase, which happens on the 4 in most of these bars. Let's hear it again and let's count those, because this is what music's all about.
What more can I ask for? Yeah. They call me whack, luckily it's my government. Right,
so we get they call me whack straight after that 1, but not quite on it. And then whack, da ba da ba da da da. So in fact, it's not da ba da ba da ba da, is it? It's more like da ba da ba da ba da. Okay, so again, we missed the 3 there, but the 4 government is there, right?
One of a kind, your label been trying to double it.
Double it, same thing, but one of a kind. Again, we don't come on the beat there, although label does come on the 3. So it's a little bit different, and this is really what makes flows more dynamic, is when they have slight differences in from line to line. It's actually, I mean, very natural to do that. When it's more mechanical than that, it can sound quite unnatural on it, but you know, what a surprise.
I'm the catch the snowfall as a shovel it. Snubbled the run of money, then suddenly fell in love with it.
Yeah, same thing there. Shovel it, love with it. And the difference is that those 2 lines are joined together, so that it sort of flows on or continues on into the second line. So we do get something approaching the first beat in that second half because it's joined to the previous one. Okay, so we're sort of making rules and then immediately breaking them in inventive ways.
Late night cuddle it, bury it, and I smother it. Neighbor saying what happened, but no, she won't utter it.
It's still the same kind of deal, right? Those 2 things are not joined together. We've got a few other, you know, uniquenesses in the middle, but you know, if I was going to go into those, it would take forever. I mean, that's kind of what I was planning to do with the other one, but I think, yeah, you just hear it, you hear those uniquenesses, and that keeps it exciting. That's the sort of main thing here. So I guess that's something we can write down on why we love music. We can write down evolving prosody, I would say. It's the way we can describe that in easy, straightforward words. Prosody, basically, or prosody, if you like, is a word to describe, well, it's sort of a catch-all term for how you say things. So it could be to do with cadence, ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da, or it could be to do with rhythm, whatever that might be. The mixture of the 2, maybe to do with the actual formants occasionally. So if you're speaking like this, or you're speaking like this, that might be to do to some degree with this as well. So you know, everything that feeds into that comes in under the banner of prosody. And so if we have evolving prosody, we keep changing elements of our of our determined characteristics, right? Now, that's not true for all of Tierra Whack's voice here. She's not changing her pronunciation of things, but she is at least changing the flow to some degree in small, subtle changes.
Skirt on her, she ain't have to unbutton it. Working hard leads to satisfying consequences. You're dead.
Okay, so there we had one where we didn't quite do the same thing. It wasn't da-ba-da, it was da-da, because it was quences. Okay, is that a sign that we're going to move on to a different set of rhymes from here? I don't know. Let's see.
Wrong, you think my time is not expensive? No, I'm not dismissive. I use all my senses.
Yes, it was an indication of that. So we've not just got evolving prosody here, but we've got an evolving rhyme scheme where we went from da-da-da to da-da, and then we continued that. But also, did you notice that there was one halfway as well? So it was da-da-da-ba-da-da, da-ba-da-ba-da-da, da-ba-da-ba-da-da, rather than da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-da-da-ba-da-ba-da-da, just having it at the end of the 4 bars. Now we've got it halfway through. So this is another one where I've forgotten what the word is, but it's like fragmentation. Well, we'll put fragmentation again. I think this is exactly what I called it last time, and that's not exactly what it is, but we'll put it. We do like where we can do that. And it's nice, isn't it, how this rhyme scheme has sort of evolved subtly. It's like minimalist mutation. So why not let's put mutating rhyme scheme. Mutating rhyme scheme. So it's only slightly changing, like one element of its DNA has changed here. Yeah. Still the same beat underneath though, isn't it? Sometimes it's missing things from moment to moment, but that all doesn't really play a massive amount in this song. At least thinking about how it sounds.
My flows are extensive. To God, I'm submissive. I just lost 3 relatives and oh God, I miss them.
Okay, so there we had 2 of the missives, but then from that shortened scheme, it then got longer again, didn't it? I just lost all my bones and God, now I miss them. And again, the stuff in the middle is doing its own thing, right? It depends on the line. That's actually kind of more interesting than the rhyme, isn't it? But the rhyme locks us down. The rhyme locks us down and makes us keep to a structure, which keeps us engaged, I guess, to some degree.
Once you famous, everything becomes sacrificial. You make the same mistake twice, it isn't accidental.
Whoa, well that seems like a big change. So before we were da 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 ba da ba da like that speed, and now we're down 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 ba da da da. Let's check what the time scheme change is here. I'll get up a tap tempo site. I know I've put it in my bookmarks this time. Bookmarks, come on. No, not history. Bookmarks. Oh, man, where are the bookmarks? Oh, my brain. Okay, there we go. We found the bookmarks. Other bookmarks. Dissonance? No. William Moulton? No. Oh, man. Yeah, taps for beats per minute. There we go. We got it. We're on the way. So let's listen to this first bit and let's see how the time works there.
Unbutton it. Working hard leads to satisfying consequences. You're dead wrong. You think my time is not expensive? No, I'm not dismissive. I use all my senses. My flows are expensive.
Okay, so that's looking like about 85, 86.
Oh God, I miss them.
Okay,
once
what about this section?
Everything becomes sacrificial. You make the same mistake twice. It
much slower.
Tape pack a pistol if I ever have an issue. Bonafide like a gristle, head on a swivel. Yeah. I'm the goat, show me who I need to.
And then back up again. So it was about 85 and then it went down to about 65. There's not an easy conversion between those two. It's minus 20 BPM, but like if it went from 80 to 60, then basically it's losing like a quarter of its speed, I think. Thereabouts. Is that right? No, it's losing about I think it's losing a third of its speed, actually, because if it was going from 80 to 40, that would be basically half its speed. And then 80 to 60, that sounds like a third, because that means that you would take, hang on, 80, 160, 240, that's where we would meet. So for 3 beats of that one, it would be 4 beats of the other one. Is that right? Yeah. So it would be 4 over 3. So it would be a third faster. Yeah. So yes. So going down to about 65 is not quite a third slower. Or is it? Yeah, no, it's not quite a third slower than 85, but it's a significant proportion slower, and it's all of a sudden as well. How does that change the rhythm of the flow?
My senses, my flows are extensive. To God, I'm submissive. I just lost 3 relatives, and oh God, I miss them. Once you famous, everything becomes sacrificial. You make the same mistake twice, it isn't accidental.
Well, it is slower. It's still basically in time with the track underneath it, though the moments where it isn't matched up are clearer because we've got a bigger spread of time between each sort of hit, each beat, so we can hear more clearly where those things match or don't match, which is an exciting change. As well as that, there was something else I noticed. Let's say it again.
My flows are extensive. To God, I'm submissive. I just lost 3 relatives, and oh God, I miss them. Once you famous, everything becomes sacrificial. You make the same mistake twice, it isn't accidental. Tape pack a pistol if I ever have an issue. Bonafide like a gristle, head on a swivel.
Yeah. I don't actually know what it was that I thought of the first time, which is a real shame. But it almost feels like Tierra Whack's voice is slowed down a little bit as well, but it's not. It's just at least I think it's not. It's just lingering a bit longer on each syllable. So instead of but da ba da ba da ba da da, right, having this sort of curt, quick delivery with a big hit on the beginning of most syllables. Instead, it's da ba da 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 ba ba da da ba da, more like that. So it's more drawn out. We have also changed rhyme scheme as well here in a slightly less mutated way. But it's a big sudden change, isn't it? So yeah, tempo change is awesome. Not often enough done because things are made on computers. Though you can make this on a computer pretty easily. You just make sure that you put in a tempo change operation. It's just, it's just more complicated than not doing it, isn't it?
I'm the GOAT, show me
and then
who
we're back.
I need to go at. Shouldn't have to say it, you should already know that.
Yeah, so it's still the 4th beat that we're always aiming at. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and further. Maybe that was what I had to say, actually. The sort of swing rhythm here is more evident. In the main section, da 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 da, it sort of feels more straight. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a. But then in the slower section, we get more of this kind of 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4, slightly more swung feeling, which goes with that slower tempo, makes it feel much more lazy and sort of, soaking in the sun kind of idea. At least that's how it sounds to me. And then we're back up to speed here, but maybe with a little bit more of the bounce of the swing to it. Let's hear it again.
On a swivel, I'm the GOAT, show me who I need to go at. Shouldn't have to say it, you should already know that. Dinner at the Crown Club, dining with the owners. Represents my sons, Phoenix, Arizona.
Yeah, so still we've got the same kind of place that we're aiming for, that 4 and. But yeah, it's definitely not da-da. Let's just hear the first part again to check.
They've been trying to double it. I'm the catch the snowfall as a shovel it.
Shovel it. It's close, but I think there is a little more bounce in this second section.
Formed at the moment, he digging my persona. I told him bear with me like Corona, that's a bar, yeah. I'm beyond reach, going far, yeah. Oh yeah, I've been dragging niggas like, oh yeah.
Yeah, there's a little bit of, I haven't mentioned it, but a little bit of sort of microtonal stuff happening in the background. Like we get this wow, no, wow, wow, and then it has this sort of spectrum of noise where it can be wow, wow, wow. You know, it's slightly around there, and that's happening for a fair amount of the things in the background as well. Just slightly raised in pitch from where we might expect, just generally. Do we write that down? I don't know. It's not a massive part of the song, so I don't think it really needs to be mentioned that there's microtonality going on in the background there. We did suddenly change rhyme here. Is that important? Not really, I suppose. Maybe there was something else again. Gosh, my brain is nowhere today.
Head like a shower cap, I'm so sick of the model rap. Turned you know a bottle cap, you softer than a sour patch.
So this is again back to straight, isn't it? Da 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 ba da 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 ba da ba da da da. Yeah.
Sweating me for a follow back, can't believe.
I guess that's something to write down, isn't it? So we can put straight versus swing. And you can, of course, be the lightning bolt in the middle of those two things as well. No judgment. Okay.
Outside with that, if I leave today, I promise you gon' be out of way. No pun intended, I want to tend it, my heart is in it. Got no limit, I'm never timid, I get you finished. Your list trash if I wasn't in it. Coming with it, ain't nobody fucking with it.
So that last phrase had a lot of gaps in it, didn't it? Coming with it, ain't nobody fucking with it. And we also had just coming off the back of the previous one, quite a lot of space.
I get you finished, your list trash if I wasn't in it. Coming with it.
Yeah, because that one comes before the 4. That's interesting. It hasn't happened before. What is it? A little da 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 da. So the 4 comes after it's finished there.
My heart is in it. Got no limit. I'm never timid. I get you finished. Your list trash if I wasn't in it. Coming with.
Yeah, in it. Boom. And then we get that. And then the next line comes off the end of that. So this is a little bit more play with the space. In fact, we had a lot of in its before that, which were in unusual places as well. So yeah, so changing the rhyme hit place is quite the trick, quite the nice thing to do.
Ain't nobody fucking with it. Yeah, it can't see me, even with flash photography.
What I like about this bit is that it feels like she's actually out of breath a little bit. You can't with me, you can't catch me. This kind of thing. Not quite as much as that, but there's a little bit of it.
Got a bag on me, I ain't talking colostomy. What I gotta be, hold it down like some got to be. Playing both sides, isosceles.
You know, to be honest, it could be slowed down here because those changes of consonant are taking a bit longer than normal. So it may even just be that both things are slowed down here.
Philosophy, the hour on the side of me, obviously.
Okay, we've got a lot of shifting of that backing track. This kind of thing going on. So let's write it down. Microtonality, we love it. It's not strictly microtonal, this, because I guess... Actually, yeah, no, let's not write that it's microtonal, because really what this is doing is not to do with microtones, it's to do with a shifting shifting spectrum of sound, right? So microtones, you would have specific small pitches that you're trying to aim for in between the normal things, but this is more like a tape being stretched out and compressed, or playing at a faster and slower speed. So so we'll put tape loop pitch shifting. That's what we'll put. Sorry about the interference on the line. My phone now has quite powerful internet, but it's impossible to get away, especially when I'm broadcasting using it. It's very hard to get away from the interference that causes on my audio software. Tape loop pitch shift. That is good stuff. Okay, we're almost done. Not much to this one. That's part of, I guess, Tierra Wax's thing, is having simple songs.
There's nobody who can find as hard as me. Fucking need I do you sloppily. Yeah.
And then we suddenly stop, so it feels like it's really wrenching out that slowness for that last one. As hard as me. And then it just is suddenly cut off. Do we like a sudden cut off? I do, actually. Yeah, let's write that. Sudden cut off. Sudden cut. Let's just put sudden cut so we don't get confused with all the people who love cut-offs. Either genes or frequency cut-offs, like a band pass or a low pass or a high pass. Anyway, enough of that jargon. Have a great day. That was Tierra Wax, novelty / novel, unusual hip hop / R&B / pop musician. Go and have a listen to the new Wax Museum. Maybe you'll like it more than I do. Maybe you'll like it less than I do. I hope not. I hope that you enjoy the vast majority of what you engage with both today and tomorrow and the rest of your life. Go and make some music if you feel like it, because I really like making music and I like other people that make music. Go and do some of that. And I will see you maybe another time. Have a great day. Bye-bye and a good life. See ya.